Welcome back. It's Dell from VA. It's been a little while since we got together, but I've been really busy and we'll talk about that in a little bit. For now, here's the table of contents. You know I got to give you a COVID update. So for now, the US has over 2.5 million cases with over 150,000 deaths. Coming up here, you'll see a map that was updated last night with those numbers. And then I did a quick check on cases this morning, and you'll see a little graphic about that as well. As things open up in our respective states, we have to make sure we don't get complacent about safety. I noticed that cases are spiking in Arizona, Florida, and Texas. So I sat back and asked myself, why is this happening? As I thought about it, I realized that these are hotspots for vacations. If we go on vacation, we want to make sure we don't risk greater exposure for us and our families. We don't want to be in a location where there's a lot of people who are not wearing face coverings, have no hand sanitizer available to them, and can possibly put us at greater risk. As I've stated many times before, the CDC is the main place you want to get your information. I'll place a link down below so you can see that tracker and the cases that they have. Also, there's a new section that was updated on 15 June called Deciding to Go Out. So I'll place that link down below as well. And there they talk about practicing everyday preventive actions that you can do to protect yourself when engaging in public activities. So one of the reasons that I've been so busy is because I actually went back to work. I started back to work on the 8th of June, which was the day after I put up the last video. Some notes from this: it's eerily calm in my garage at work. So I'll get in, I get a decent parking spot, and if I look around, I'll see a handful of cars and maybe one person walking in the distance. Also, in my work building, there's a lot of signs posted on restrictions for how many people can get in an elevator, how many people can be in a conference room. There's signs telling you what aisles you can go down if you travel to other people's offices for meetings. Also, there is hand sanitizer all over the place at the exit of the building, the entrance, the elevators, the parking garage, and they have disposable gloves and masks for anyone who forgets their mandatory face coverings at home. I had two especially funny moments yesterday. I had my first Coke in a bottle, 20 ounce, since March 17th. Also, I ordered pizza on the way home and picked it up, and that's the first meal that I haven't eaten at my house or made by me since March 17th. So I thought that was kind of a chuckle, and it's sort of an indicator on how things are getting back to normal, opening certain locations. Also, at each of these places where I got these beverages and pizza, it was a location that had signs posted as far as their protocol for waiting outside until you can get served, or waiting outside until one of the employees waves you in. Now, that said, there's a lot of other people going back to work as well. As I've got some notes here, sports are coming back. Major League Baseball starts spring training on the 1st of July and will pick up their regular season on the 23rd or 24th of July. The NBA will start on 30 July with all games being played in Orlando, Florida. The NFL is planning to start on the 10th of September with a full season, but there will be no international games at the beginning of the season. And the NHL will start in late July or August with a 2014 playoff format, with 12 teams from each division competing. Now, as I was planning to go back to work, I made myself a list so I could have a successful transition from the work from home that I was used to after 12 weeks to working back in an office, being on a regular schedule, and competing with traffic to get to work. So I started thinking, what are 5 tips I can pass on about life in general that you can have for life success? So my first one is always make your bed. I think I've covered this in another video, so you can refer back to that one. Number 2, have breakfast. The time of day doesn't matter. In fact, a lot of people love breakfast for dinner. Number 3, read 15 minutes a day. This will help increase your knowledge base and maybe take you on an adventure or two. Number 4, be purposeful with your time. Yes, there are times to relax and have fun and play sports and all those things, But during your workday, you should be purposeful in everything you do. And lastly, most importantly, what do I always say? Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. In closing, I wanted to leave everyone with a quote of the day. As I was in my garage looking through some books to find the right quote, I stumbled upon a book that I bought in Wilmington, North Carolina in 1999. It's a compilation of Martin Luther King Jr. speeches and quotes done by Coretta Scott King and was published in 1993. So this quote is, I am convinced that the universe is under control of a loving purpose, and that in the struggle for righteousness, man has cosmic companionship. Behind the harsh appearance of the world, there is a benign power. Martin Luther King Jr. Now, what that means to me, ladies and gentlemen, is we the people are that power. It's time for all of us to think deeply on who we vote into office at the city, county, state, and federal levels of government, and realize that our vote is our voice.